Welcome back. Greg says his speeding fine is vague on detail. Not only does it fail to say how fast he was going, it's for an incident that happened back in 2014.
Well, I can't remember what I did a couple of weeks ago, let alone 8 years ago.
In 2014, a baby Prince George made his Down Under debut with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style reached 2 billion views on YouTube, and Greg Smith was allegedly snapped speeding on the Pacific motorway.
I thought it was a scam. I thought with all these scams that are around.
This letter was the first the real estate agent knew he'd been fined, a notice which arrived last month from the State Penalties Enforcement Registry saying he owed $791.85 due to an unpaid speeding ticket in his company car, which attracts higher penalties.
I looked at my diary and I thought, was I down in Logan Home on January, and I checked my diary and I wasn't there, and then I went back to the notice and it was 2014 and I was just gobsmacked.
That's right, almost 8 years ago. The notice states Greg's car was clocked on the motorway at Logan Home on the 10th of January, but doesn't say what speed he was doing. The location, 2 hours from where he lives in Noosa.
I didn't receive the first notice where they usually show it to you with a photo of your car and your number plate. I've never received anything like that before.
Greg hasn't moved or changed his details in the past 8 years, and it isn't that hard to find him. In fact, he did get a speeding fine in the mail in 2015. He says, same car, same number plate.
Well, I haven't had a ticket since 2015, so
that one came all right?
That one was looked after, you know. Yes, can you put me through to someone I can...
Greg called up the Department of Transport and Main Roads and SPER to try and get more information, but was told he didn't have enough evidence to appeal the fine.
From a speeding ticket nearly 8 years ago.
And unbelievably, his application was outside the legislated timeframe.
I was just informed I had 2 options, either pay the fine or take it to Beenleigh Magistrates Court.
The only other person who drove the car was Greg's late wife. But Greg isn't convinced it was even his car.
So your number plate is the word select but with a 5 instead of an S, but you think there could have been a mix-up?
It's a possibility.
8 years after the fact is a long time.
8 years after the fact. Maybe the government needs a few more dollars, I don't know, but I don't want to be paying it.
The evidence from the police who was the issuing authority should be quite clear in terms of a picture of the vehicle, and they could probably even zoom in to show the features of the driver as well, I would think.
Former police officer and criminologist Terry Goldsworthy says the owners should be on the relevant authorities to prove they actually sent the original fine out.
If he hasn't changed addresses, if the business is the same and the car's registered to a business, why hasn't the infringement notice got to him?
I'm not paying it. I'll see you in court.
Greg now left with no option but to take his fight to court.
It's a waste of my time, everyone's time. Why the courts are clogged now? Why do it? It's ridiculous.
The State Penalties Enforcement Registry told us regardless of the time that's passed, the consequences of not paying a ticket remain. Greg maintains he never received the original fine. He's off to court to continue the fight. Coming up, diet pill dangers, the health warning from a mum who says they almost cost her life. Tomorrow night, weight loss drugs.
Diet pill dangers.
Couldn't walk. I couldn't fall asleep.
How they almost cost this mum her life.
Called my pastor and he came and prayed over me because I thought it was my time. I'm not well. My heart rate is so fast.
The health warning.
These products don't have a very good safety profile.
That's tomorrow, and that's our program. Thanks for your company. Good night.